A woman tried to kidnap my son from the playground because I'm blind. I was at the playground with my son when a woman sat down next to me without asking, "Where's his father?" I told her he was at work. She made this disgusted sound in her throat. "But you're blind. How do you even know where he is right now?" I called out to my son and he answered from the swings. She laughed. "He could be anywhere and you'd never know. You can't see if someone's hurting him. You can't see predators circling him like prey." I explained that my son and I had a system and he was perfectly safe. Her voice moved closer and dropped lower. "You mean you've trained a toddler to parent himself because you're too disabled to do it? Did his father leave you when he realized what a nightmare it would be raising a child with a blind woman?" I told her this conversation was over and she needed to leave us alone. Her footsteps moved away from the bench and toward the playground equipment. "Sweetie, come here. Your mommy asked me to check on you." My son's voice got small and confused. "I'm not supposed to talk to strangers." She kept walking. "I'm not a stranger, honey. I'm trying to save you." I heard my son make a scared sound. "Let go of me." I stood up and started moving toward his voice. She shouted at me to stay back and I could hear her dragging him. "This is exactly why disabled people shouldn't breed. You can't even keep him safe." I tracked her footsteps, turning toward the parking lot and yelled for someone to stop her. My son was screaming for me now, and his voice was getting farther away with every second. Another woman's voice rang out from somewhere near the benches. "Hey, what are you doing with that kid?" The first woman's footsteps sped up, and I could hear her breathing hard. "This child is being raised by a blind woman who has no business being a parent, so I'm taking him somewhere they'll find him a real family." The other woman's voice got closer. "Put him down right now." The first woman kept moving. "Absolutely not. Every second this boy spends with a mother who can't see him is another second closer to disaster. What happens when he gets hit by a car because mommy is too busy feeling around in the dark? This isn't parenting, it's a death sentence." I finally reached them and held out my arms. My son broke away from her grip and crashed into my chest so hard we both stumbled. The woman who'd intervened said she was calling the police, and the first woman started screaming loud enough for the entire park to hear. "Go ahead and call them." Maybe they'll finally take this child away from a woman who never should have been allowed near children. When this boy is dead in a ditch somewhere because his useless mother couldn't see the danger coming, I hope you all remember you stood here and did nothing. 2 police cars showed up within minutes. The woman started talking before the officers even reached us. "That woman is blind and was alone with a small child. The boy was basically unsupervised, so I stepped up before he ended up dead." An officer's voice came from right in front of me. "Ma'am, is this your child?" I said yes. The officer asked my son if I was his mom. My son nodded against my chest. The officer's tone changed when he turned back to the woman. "Ma'am, multiple witnesses say you physically removed this child from the playground while he was calling for his mother." She made a sound like she couldn't believe what she was hearing. "Of course I did. His mother is a blind cripple who can't even see him. Disabled people have no business reproducing. What's next? Are we going to let people in wheelchairs adopt?" A second officer's voice came from behind her. "Ma'am, you're under arrest for attempted kidnapping." She started thrashing, and I could hear her fighting against them. "When that boy has been dead for days and mommy didn't notice because she can't see the flies. I hope you remember you arrested the only person who tried to help." They put her in the police car, and she was still yelling when the door slammed shut. My son's little hands came up to my face and turned my head down toward him, the way he always did when he needed me to really hear him. "Mom, I told her you always know where I am." I pulled him close and felt his heartbeat against my chest. Steady and safe and exactly where he belonged.